Hello everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video it's time for episode 53 of my question and answer series. So we have 8 comments. I think maybe 5 of those are questions. So starting with RadCell8 at the bottom, any thoughts on Microsoft's chip-in program? So from their main homepage here, I'm not 100% sure what's going on. So from what I understand, basically if you are a student, you can try and get a cheaper notebook PC or one that's completely free, I guess, by selecting one, asking your friends and family to contribute to that fund, and then 3, fund your PC. So it also says that they've already contributed 10% off the PC cost, which I'm assuming is just a simple 10% off discount of the retail price of certain computers. Other than that, I'm not fully understanding this. If all you're doing is asking others to fund your computer, then okay, that makes sense. But I mean, I guess that's okay if you're limited on money or wanting to get some of that quicker to get a notebook, then that's okay. If that's not what it is, then I'm not sure. Also from RadCell8, he asks, what happened to the MBA users site and YouTube channel? Was that sold too? That site and channel are still around. I am still in possession of both, and I just haven't really done much to it. I can't really think of anything to really add to it. It is up for sale. I mean, if anybody wants it, I could get rid of it for really cheap. So, if you happen to be interested in taking over MacBook Air users, go ahead and let me know. From Jelly Rolls 7, do you work out? Not really. I mean, I do stay active. I try to, run on the treadmill every day and all that stuff, but I don't lift or anything like that. From Computer Kid 1, so what are you looking more forward to, the new iPad 5 or the iPad Mini 2? I am more interested in the iPad 5 because we already know what's going to be happening in the iPad Mini 2. They're going to increase the resolution of the display. They're going to increase the hardware speeds and specs. Pretty much everything else should stay the same, including the design. So the iPad 5, though, is said to have a new design that more closely resembles that of the iPad mini. So that, I think, is a little bit more interesting because the iPad, for the most part, has remained the same in terms of dimensions and general designs. So that's why I'm looking more forward to the iPad 5. Now, Hydrocortisone 100 says, no offense, man, but you've gotten really boring. Like, the reason I subscribed to you was for your huge, crazy jailbreak walkthroughs and stuff like your series server. I feel that like you've just gotten bored. I am kind of losing interest in these things. There's just not really too much to talk about. I mean, in regards to the jailbreak scene, I mean, those are the only types of videos I do, where I do large overviews of tweaks or what I have on my iPhone already. I don't do individual tweak videos because I'm just not interested in pretty much any jailbreak tweak nowadays. I haven't seen a new tweak that I've liked for months. So, I mean, if that's why you subscribed, because of the jailbreak tweaks and stuff, then I think that was kind of the wrong reason, because if you looked through my past videos, you should have seen that I didn't really cover jailbreaking too extensively. Especially now that I'm on iOS 7 on my iPhone 5, there's going to be 0 jailbreak content until the next jailbreak is released, which probably won't be until 2014. So, to be honest, considering how long it took them to put out the iOS 6 jailbreak. From FRXKRO2, what are your thoughts about the HTC One? So, typically I would say that, I've already answered this in a previous video, go watch that. But my thoughts about the HTC One have been changing constantly. So at first I thought the HTC One was great. When I used it in my hand for a while, it was a fantastic phone. And then came the Galaxy S4, and I was sort of hooked onto that, and I just kind of pushed the HTC One off to the side because I preferred the Galaxy S4 because of its design, its higher megapixel camera, and its display. But after a while, the Galaxy S4 got kind of boring, and now I'm looking more towards the HTC One more than ever, because, compared to any Android phone out there, the HTC One has the best hardware. There's just no denying that. Everybody knows that the HTC One has the best quality hardware in an Android device today. The thing that I still don't like about it is some of the design elements of the front of the HTC One, mainly with its LCD display. It's not centered on the display. It's kind of pushed up a little bit because you have the of course, the top and bottom speakers, but you have the the touch sensitive navigational keys right below that, and it just kind of pushes everything up just a little bit, and that kind of bothers me a bit. And I don't like its ultra pixel camera. I mean, 4 megapixels. I like zooming in my images when I take them to sort of see some of the things in the background and whatnot, and that's not going to be really practical with a 4 megapixel sensor. But I am liking the HTC One. The fact that they are releasing a version of it with stock Android is really compelling. I mean, the Galaxy S4 is as well, but it's more money. And if you're going to pay full price for a smartphone, you might as well get something that has better quality. So comparing pricing and other things, the HTC One seems better in that regard. But I am really liking the HTC One nowadays. I still wish I could get a review unit so I could use it for a couple of weeks, but those are taking a while. Lastly, from Carollos iHelp 101, what do you think of iOS 7 and have you got it? So I'm surprised more people weren't asking this, but I guess they saw that one person asked already, so that was enough. Anyway, I'm really impressed by iOS 7. There's a lot to like about iOS 7 in general, but in regards to Beta 1, which I do have, I installed that as soon as I could. There were some installation problems, but anyway, I think it's fantastic. There are some things in the Beta 1 that I'm not liking at all. For one, the speed of the animations, they're just too slow. I mean, in terms of frame rate, it's perfectly smooth, but it's just when you're watching the actual animations work, they just seem to be at a slower speed than they should. So hopefully in Beta 2, they try to speed things up a little bit. And because of that, my general workflow is slowed down quite a bit. So if I'm switching between applications, that just takes much longer than before because you have to wait for these slow animations to go, and then, you're on your way. And it really does add up, and it's noticeable. So, I mean, I think iOS 7 is great. There's finally a lot more jailbreak features integrated now, so it offers fewer reasons to need to jailbreak, but I will still jailbreak because I need, Springtomize and, IntelliScreen X, or maybe just Messages Plus. Actually, I do need IntelliScreen X because I don't like the new notification center. But yeah, I posted a video last night where I gave a big overview of iOS 7, and I also gave some of my thoughts in that video. So yeah, that's it with episode 53 of my question and answer series. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback about this or anything else, feel free to leave those down below as always. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon.